Hi, I'm Adasa. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Generally, conservatives have morality and respect for God on their side, while liberals have compassion for animals. The Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, from leftist Hollywood, gave the quintessential explanation of the philosophical basis for compassion for animals in his acceptance speech for his Oscar. Conservatives mock leftist vegans as soy boys, jumping on the false criticism implying that vegans are wimps and only animal killers are heroic. Among the ranks of vegans are tennis's Williams sisters Serena and Venus, Carl Lewis, winner of 9 Olympic fastest runner, track and field gold medals, and world's strongest man, Patrick Babomian, winner of 18 strongman and log lifting titles. Even ancient Roman gladiators were mostly animal-free, plant-based eaters. Although most of these athletes are vegan for health and strength reasons, the important point here is that the animal-eating conservatives falsely mock and belittle vegans. Big demerit for conservatives. Now, for the left's generally true demerit. Many leftists are godless, science answers all questions believers, with little, if any, respect for transcendental, traditional truth and beauty. Science as the basis of a one-size-fits-all mentality, known by the term modernism, leads to a socialist, communistic, God of equality bent. The leftist philosophy is of oneness and equality. In other words, all cultures are equal, and individually we are all equal to God. That is the classic argument of the devil in the Garden of Eden, and is the gist of the thinking of Mayavadi, godless type Indians from India, who now are CEO heads of and thereby control all of the biggest U.S.-originated tech companies. Alphabet, parent company of Google and YouTube, Microsoft, IBM, Adobe. An Indian is chief technical officer of Twitter, and an Indian was an early top executive of Facebook. Mayavadi oneness and equality Indians have assumed the leadership of the biggest tech companies, and because of their effective godless philosophy of oneness, they now do not hesitate to censor conservative and religious views that don't fit their narrative. Today's godless Indian oneness and equality Mayavadi-run U.S. tech companies are natural brothers of the godless CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. And if you work for one of those tech companies, you are complicit. Just like if you don't actually rob a bank, but you willingly drive the getaway car. The God of the philosophy of oneness and equality is power. Truth is a distant consideration, if any. Power, as an equal of God, is their sincerely held belief. Inside themselves, the leftists don't think there's anything wrong with untruth that serves the goal of power. Rarely can you convince them, not rarely, almost never can you convince a leftist that what they are doing is wrong. They don't believe in right and wrong. They only believe in power, that they are equal to God. That's a fact. Get over it. Now, by God's arrangement, the religious people do not need to defeat the scientific equality and oneness Mayavadi philosophy. Religious people just need to wait things out and idle in place for a while, so to speak. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Here's what's happening. The globalist one-size-fits-all scientists and technicians, in the spirit of the UN Agenda 21 and its follow-up, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainability, have decided for themselves to stop having babies via termination of the unborn and via feminism whereby women become men. And the religious people, not fearing sustainability doom, are continuing to have traditional, larger families. By God's ironic arrangement, godless people are self-exterminating. Now, just imagine and think about that for a moment. Even more ironic is that actually it is the religious people that should be self-exterminating by restricting their mode of passion sense enjoyment. Because if religious persons who openly state that this world is not our home and that we belong together with God in the spiritual world forever, if they truly believe that way, they would do like Lord Jesus asked them to do and would follow him and would refrain from expanding the population of this fallen plane. The good thing to be taken from the left is respect for the animals, not to eat them or steal their milk, which milk is not necessary for strength and health, nor for brain function, as we now have easily available vitamin B12 from non-animal exploitive sources. The good things to be taken from the traditional right are: 1, belief in God, however faulty and incompletely done, and 2, traditional morality, which has stood the test of time since the beginning of time. Spiritually motivated morality tends to evolve upward over time, faster in some places than others, but the tendency is to evolve upward. But wait, there's more to the idea of morality. For everyday, non-reactive action in this world, traditional morality is an apparent good thing. But in the deepest sense, morality in this world is merely agreed upon rules for exploitation and dividing up God's property. We have to give up any idea that in any way this material world is a good place, except for the one caveat that the good thing about this world is that it is a place to realize it is no good. This material world is so full of faults, such that if the material world is the only thing we look to, we necessarily end up demoralized over time. We must at least look towards God. That is the only sane position. God is great. In Bhagavad Gita 18:66, God says to abandon all varieties of religion and politics and morality and surrender directly and exclusively and personally to God. Without joining any political party, take only the good from both sides, mostly the left's non-interference with animals, and on the right, traditional morality. But above all, always remember God and never forget God. And now, may God show you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you very much.